Yo. Yo. Yo, yo, yo. What's up, boys? Carlos! Scott, I hear you're a legend at FIFA. I don't know who you've been talking to, but they've been giving you fake news, buddy. I wouldn't say legend. How you doing, man? Steven, what's up, buddy? Hey, yo, anybody else been spamming BPM like crazy and noticing your coins are really only going up, or is that just me? Did you have a good trip? Fantastic trip, brother. It was super fun. Did anyone watch the live stream I did this weekend on my buddy's channel? Just you? Dude, we had, I think it was it six? I swear I'm not memeing. 6.7 mil, I think, was our transfer profit. I did 0 League SBC runs. I did maybe an hour of BPM a day. Ish. I was just spamming. And then we were also, the only other, like, quote-unquote trading I did was our typical earlier in the day bidding on Libin Suds, chucking them in the club, and then in the evening listing them up. Lost so many listening to a trader recommending cards. That's tough, man. Dude, you want to know what I'm super excited about? Look at this. You guys want to be jealous real quick? So, we got a ton of pack pulls. If you guys haven't watched... Here, let me pause the music real quick. If you guys missed any of... Carlos! Why am I so poor? Maybe because I'm on PC. I have 2 million transfer profit. 150k freaking silvers don't sell. Carlos, what are League SBC cards going for right now? If you had the mixed league, if you went to the mixed league, we're going to walk through this with you guys. Because I feel like there's... This is like a cheat code. I love the premium. Don't get me wrong. I love the premium. The mixed is going to be a menus cheat code, man. What is the price of Saudi League and Superliga cards for bronzes and silvers on PC, Carlos? Do you know? Watch the BPM video, confused on whether or not you're selling libs and suds from BPM. Okay, so let me walk through what I'm doing, and maybe this is more helpful to people. So, I'm doing both things. I'm picking up lib and suds, and I'm packing and selling lib and suds. So, the way I do it is I do BPM very similarly to how I bid on the silver libs and suds, and the bronze lib and suds, in all honesty. I've noticed that earlier in the day, same kind of logic, when I notice prices are, I would say probably like 1.4k and below for the bronzes, I say to myself, you know what? I could probably pick up a bunch of these on bid for cheaper, and I club stock a ton of bronze lib and suds. Same with the silver lib and suds. I also do that with all the leagues. So if I go to my leagues right now, you'll notice I have a mix of pack pulled and bought items. And let me show you how insane this gets, man. This is, I'm telling you, going to be a cheat code. Look at how many we have. Look how many League SBC runs we could have. If it glitches. So, you'll notice something. There's some pack pulls in here. But most of these are things I just won on bid. As a quick flip, bid and flip to make coins and a club stock. So what I've been doing is I essentially, if I can win stuff for under the buy now, not only am I saving coins to do the SBC and chucking in the club versus doing the buy now, I'm also able to chuck them in the club, spam BPM, and the ones that I already have, I can sell the ones from BPM on, and then the ones I don't have, I chuck in the club. And then if I want to go in and sell all them later at the end of the evening, I can. If I want to go in and use a bunch of them for extra packs, I can do that too. So same logic applies with the Lib and Sud right now. Let me show you what I'm working with currently. If we go to Lib and Sud and I do rating low to high, I'll just start with rating. So this is the Libs. Mixed of pack pulls and a mix of bid cards. So like here's an example of a bid card. I won this for 1.4 earlier today. He's already going for 1.9 by the end of the hour. So consistently every day I'm just going to do that. Every single day, just make the easiest coins on the world as long as they continue fluctuating like that. The worst case scenario that I could find myself in is the best case scenario. If these I get in my club for like 1.4K and under, and they happen to crash in price, and they go well below 1,000 coins, that initial investment of maybe like 50 to 100 of the bronzes that I chucked in my club, and maybe some of the BPM that I packed and didn't sell right away, is going to be offset completely by the amount of premium mixed league runs I'm going to do. So if these get cheaper, I do lose some coins up front on the quote-unquote investment side of things, but the trade-off is it's insanely cheap to do the premium mix, and I can spam the premium mix as much as I want because that jumbo gold basically covers the cost of what those would be then. But if they do what they usually do every single day and they rise closer to 2K in price, it's just the easiest coins in the world to make. And obviously, the higher in price the bronzes are, the more you can get from them in BPM, and also the more coins you save getting them in BPM rather than just buying them off the market. Does anybody have any questions with that? Gold League Hypermotion are so expensive. How much are the golds going for? Let me show you everything I'm working with. So I just showed you some libs. Let me show you the Sud situation I currently have. So if I sold all these, I think I'd be 2.8 mil-ish. 400th in a minute. Freaking bin and bids are the same price. F it, I'm going to BPM. I'm confused on why you're not doing BPM, brother. That's my question. It's the easiest coin. I feel like every single pack I'm getting a Lib or Sud, a Saudi League, or the Romanian League. I'm getting a Serie B, a Bundesliga 2, a League 2, or La Liga Hypermotion. You could even include MLS and Championship in there. I don't know what their price is on PC, but I feel like every bronze pack I'm getting these. So I've just been spamming them in bulk. I'm up to almost 1,500 total bronze upgrades made. We've just been spamming through those. What else? Let's look at Bundesliga 2 in Serie B. Show you what I'm working with here. Oh no, we didn't even do the Romanian League yet. So I showed you all those the Saudi cards I had. If we used only that league and I wanted to sell on just Romanians, these are all either pack pulls or things that I'm basically doubling my coins on that I picked up on bid. So look at all these coins that we're making or saving. Just here. Absolutely crazy, man. So I'm starting to look at this rather than just a day-to-day. Since these are going to be out for 2 weeks and then go away, I'm assuming they're going to keep coming back in like 2-week segments. I'm going to start doing this as a week-by-week thing where I club stock to do, let's say, 5 to 10 runs a day every single day throughout a week. So right now I could probably do 25 runs a piece. And I'd have enough to do that while still packing more stuff to do more runs without having to restock anything. It's just a crazy situation, man. So we'll get started here in a second. I just want to show this off real quick. The level that we're at. 1870, what's up, buddy? I'm going to BPM now. I didn't have coins. I had like 30K earlier today. If you try to combine BBD and the League SBCs, which players do you sell in the bronze packs, or you just keep everything? If you guys watch our Mixed League video, we give like hints towards it. But like I just said a few minutes ago, if you want to go back and listen to that whole spiel I just gave, you can. I'm doing BPM after I club stock a bunch of bronze and silvers from the League SBCs that I'm winning on bid for under the buy now. That way I'm already making coins on every single card no matter what. And I'm packing most of the ones that I already have to then sell right away. And the ones I don't have, I just chuck in my club. If you want to sell some stuff on, like for example, if you're doing BPM earlier in the day and you choose to, let's say, sell the Libin Suds on there because you have like only 100,000 coins, that might make sense if you're trying to make coins in the moment. But if you're like me or like a lot of you guys where you have hundreds of thousands of coins or millions of coins, you can make tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands more coins a week just by holding them until later in the day. Literally, we were picking up bids the other day for 1.1k on the bronze Libin Suds. We were selling them for 2k later that same day. Today we're picking them up for 1.4 and most of them are already looking like they're 1.9. So the sheer amount of coins you can get just by chucking them in your club and waiting to sell them later or winning bids earlier in the day and flipping them later is really nice. So don't sleep on it. I think the more you get in the habit of club stocking and spamming BPM that way, you're going to be better off. But yeah. Does that answer it? They're going to change the first segment. Why would they have to change the first segment? What do you mean? The Saudi Romanian? It's perfect. What are you talking about? Look at all these. Is that beautiful? Boom, 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 boom. And we haven't even touched the championship or MLS. If I go to those, let's go high to low for these because I'll probably only use down to maybe mid or like high 60s. Oh, they should change them to keep us on our toes? I mean, they could. If they want to change the first two and keep the format the same and use different leagues, there's no problem to that. I think you have too much. I don't have enough, brother. There's no excuse for me not being able to do like 20 plus runs with these. Time is only a variable that I'm afraid of. But we are saving the final pack of the mixed and then the Prem La Liga and the final pack of the premium mix. We're officially starting our Team of the Year pack save. So we're going to see how many we can get. Maybe Turkish League and Pro League would be next then? Maybe. I do have 3,500 cards in the club. Apparently no one wants to buy any. Well, if the card has no value for an SBC right now, and it's the PC market, I don't know who would buy those. I don't know what the PC market's like. But League SBC cards, people are grinding nonstop. So if those have a value, those are things I would be selling for sure. Also, too, I've packed like 6 Team of the Weeks and Bronze packs this week. I got all the ones tradable and one of them untradeable. And then I got a silver one untradeable. Is this the silver one? I think that was the silver one. Yeah, this is my dupe storage too. Look at all our League SBC dupes. Just chilling over here. They can put right back into the League SBCs. Alright, let's get started. Enough yapping. Boom, 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 boom. Where's the Romanian league? Is it down? I can't remember. It's been a few days. There we go. Also, I have literally 6K after buying my team, but 17 tradable special informs. Do I sell them for a slight loss, smaller profits than I otherwise would have? Yeah, I would take the liquid coins for sure. Yes, 100%. Having coins to trade and flip things with and do League SBCs is infinitely clearer in my opinion. Remember we had to buy Chinese players and only one per team was permitted? Yeah. Do you put some of your bronzes from the League SBC into the bronze upgrade? I could hear a case for MLS and championship bronze commons, especially the low-rated ones, being put back in. That logically makes sense with the rating that you need. It's going to be hard to get that. But most of my League SBC cards go right back into League SBCs. Actually, before we even get into that, let's finish the premium. Because why not? We have the cards for it. Let's use all untradables the first run. Get these cleared. How many rares do we need? 2? There we go. My Robbie Keane has dropped 50k. RIP. Pack luck this year is not that good. Best one is Frankie de Jong, and I'm doing almost every SBC. Rivals and champs. Dang, man. Keeping all the luck for team of the year? Yeah, that's when it's going to really pop. How many coins do you put into bronze pack when bronze store is empty? My storage is usually never empty. In general. But this year, I'm treating bronze pack method a lot more seriously than I did the previous few. Each week, I'm probably going to be doing millions of coins worth of BPM. Just as a consistent spam. And our coins have gone up in terms of transfer profit since the start of the weekend doing it. Which is wild to think. I haven't even got into the League SBCs yet with all the stuff in our club. We're going to be even more up. But again, my recommendation for you guys is if you're empty and you're trying to do BPM to do League SBCs, I would do 2 things at once. I would take a look at the buy nows of like Saudi and the Romanian League. And I would pick up those cards under the buy now so you can either make liquid coins with them or club stock them or do both, honestly. And spam BPM while you're doing that. That way you're constantly getting, let's say, like 5 to 10 runs a day you can do with those sections while making coins. And then you're stocking up other sections. You can do that with the Bundesliga 2, Serie B. We have a whole video going over the filters for each of the leagues. It's super easy. Super easy coins, man. Alright, I should really just chuck these in the club and save them for some sort of SBC, but I kind of want to see if we can get all or have just untradables for the premium. That would be nice. Yeah, we're starting to save up common gold player packs too, just because we really didn't need them. Probably should open those. It's not really a big deal. We have some 79 plus times 2s as well. Let's open in these. I don't think we're going to save these for Team of the Year. Yeah, I think Pill Tools is going to be crucial for a lot of people when it comes to the menu grind. For sure. Makes it so much easier. I'm selling my Romanian League players for 400 plus. So if you guys are in a situation where you are spamming BPM and you do want to sell some stuff right away rather than later, or you don't want to club stock everything, or you want to club stock some stuff, a good middle ground is picking one of each league. So, for example, I think Saudis... Which one's usually a little bit more expensive? Saudis or Romanians? Which league? If they're remotely the same, I would just pick one. So let's say you want to keep Saudi. You want to get rid of Romania. Just do that over and over. And then with the bronze upgrades, all the untradable ones, you can use both sets because it doesn't matter. I'm unassigned on managers now, but BPM was cooking for me yesterday. If BPM was cooking for you yesterday, it's probably cooking even more today. Why'd you stop spamming BPM? Do you think managers are going to go up within like a few hours or something? Like, are you looking at the French managers? You think the Romanian ones are? They might be. It looked like Saudis were earlier this weekend. Yeah, it's crazy seeing French managers that cheap. How can I still make coins while making unlimited packs? CF2, that's a fantastic question, brother. We have 3 videos to answer that exact question. One on the premium mix, one on the mixed, and one on BPM. We answer that in all 3 videos, buddy, and give you an in-depth analysis on each grind. But the League SBC bidding thing is too hard. I can't win a card. Okay, so one of the methods has a little bit more competition right now. So use another one of the methods. Walk out. What do we got? The rich keep getting richer, boys. First owner Kunde. Get him right in the team. W, man. League SBC grind OP. BPM and League SBCs into the 79 doubles. I mean, all of them, or am I not doing something right? CF2, if you haven't seen our videos, is there a specific video that you have questions on that I released this weekend where we go over every single one of my grinds I recommend you guys do to make packs and make coins? Was there one in particular that you didn't watch that you need help on? Because I'm confused on exactly what you're asking. Because you're saying there's competition for bidding. Okay, what are you bidding? And what's the price? Let's answer that first. What a player back in week 1. I can't wait to have him. He's one of those I've constantly wanted to buy and use. Oh, dude, we have the hero cards getting upgraded too, man. This is going to be sick, dude. Wait, I think I had him as a concept in here as well. Yeah, he's definitely getting put in now. Is it okay I save my main premium and mixed main packs? Fine to save. Is it okay if you save the final pack? Is that what you mean by main? Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm saving the Prem La Liga and the final pack and the premium mix. And I'm saving the final pack and the mix. We're saving both those. Look how much fodder we have too, man. Cooking. Let's go. We gotta get plugged by more cam. Alright, let's look at prices real quick. So, what in particular, CF2, when you say League SBC bidding's too hard right now, what specifically are you bidding on? And for how much? And what are you losing for? Well, let's start there. Title race is over for Liverpool? Dude, this year's crazy, man. I don't have a specific number. I'm not gonna... I'm gonna grind like crazy, but I'm not gonna hold myself to, like, I need to do X amount a day. I'm just kind of going with the flow. Not worrying about it too much. We'll probably have a few hundred at least. Dropped out, I was 17. I don't know what's getting into me. Same for Team of the Year. Game's gone. Remember, if I get 40K tomorrow, should I start League SBC method? I've been doing it, but I had under 10K, so I can start proper now. Yeah, I mean, you could easily turn that 40K to probably 500K plus by the end of the week, just flipping bronze Libin Suds and silver Libin Sud each day. Very easy coins in that too. It's going to be so nice that we're going to have so many tradable, okay, we're going to have to just chuck some of these in the club. I don't want to keep the League SBC tradable ones because we have so many untradeable, but listing them for 400 and not having them sell is going to be frustrating. Like an example was I was bidding 150 to 200 players on Saudi Romanian players and couldn't win a single card. Okay, so we're going to use a little bit of logic here, okay, buddy? So I'm assuming you're going to, whether it's a bronze or silver, right? So if we go to the Saudi League and you're bidding, let's use 150 first. Well, we'll give you 200 as well. But if things are insta-selling for 300, the logic you got to use is everyone could double their coins if they want a 150 bid, so why wouldn't they? And if they're going for 300, everyone would be guaranteed instantly 100 coins profit if they could win them for 200. So it's no surprise that you're not getting them for 200. Everything's 300 plus. A lot of things will go within the hour for 350, especially the silvers. Look at the silvers, man. If we look at the silver market here, 400 plus within the hour. Ton of cards, man. So I'd up that to 250. If you gotta sit there and bid, sit there and snipe, sit there and BPM, that's going to be the better way to win them if you're trying to get them under the buy now. Because 150 is way too low. 200 is still probably very competitive. But that's when doing it earlier in the day is going to be a lot better as well. Alright, League 2. We're going to start using just all our dupes first so we can get rid of a lot of these. So some of this might be a little overkill. Some of it might not be enough. Just want to get rid. Then La Liga 2, Hypermotion. 6/8. Alright, players from one club. Who is... There we go. Can you check how much I should bid and sell libs for? I would not do that right now. Now's the worst time to do that. We're way into the evening. Most things are going to be 2K plus now. I would have did it earlier when you could win them easily for 1.3 to 1.4. If you're trying to bid and flip right now, it's going to be very tough too. But I would assume they would be 1.7 to 1.8, the most realistic bids. That's just asking for coin loss when those go back down if you're trying to sell them. Should I do to make coins? We have the whole trading playlist, buddy. You have filters on everything. Sniping filters, bidding filters. Tons of way to make coins right now. Alright, MLS. Championship. 1, 2, 3, 4. League SBCs for profit. You name it. Whatever one floats your boat. I'm doing good, Sacrifice. How you doing, buddy? Yo, is anyone super pumped for Call of Duty on Friday? I can't wait, man. It's been a while since I played a campaign, but I want to unlock that new game mode so bad. Has anyone seen your phone? Yeah, you left it on the kitchen table. Dropped out, I was 17. Yeah, more League SBC cards. Boom! Anyone pack a crazy card from this promo yet? If so, who was it? Alright, let's open the rare gold player packs as well. Dude is actually there. How do you know? I know me. I would be going to the kitchen to get a snack and then coming back to the stream. So I would assume you guys would do something similar. How do I refresh the market when bidding on League 2s? Like, how do you get different cards to pop up? What filter are you running right now? Let's take a look. Silver. League 2. Everything is 250 plus. Most things of decent rating will go for 300 plus by the end of the hour. I'd start using that instead of bids right now, bud. Looks like it can be very easy. You opened the Big Fella Evo pack from the store? I have not. How much is it? Or what even is it? I've been gone, so I know like zero about that. I have 425k. Should I use all my League SBC cards I already have in the club before I do BPM, or just do BPM? CF2 buddy, you've been here, brother. We just went over this. If you're already somewhat club stocked, I would continue club stocking more and more, filling your club more and more up with bronzes if you can under the buy now, and spam BPM while you're doing it to get the harder to reach ones, but also flip the ones that you already have for pure profit. You can take it however you want, brother. You just got to do it. Right now, you're just doing nothing. You're sitting around. You got to just start grinding, man. Spam those packs. Especially if you're on Pale Tools. Spam them, man. You're thinking way too hard. I know you can do it, brother. I believe in you. It's good to ask questions, and you're doing the right thing in that sense. But I think you're overthinking everything. And that's what's stopping you. Try this up, buddy. Even I'm overthinking quite a bit. I have like 20 plus runs in my club ready to go. I'm still spamming BPM. I'm still doing mass bidding, snipes, untradables. I need to start opening like crazy. But I just can't get out of the habit of making coins while we do it. We need to work on flipping that switch, personally, for me. Who do I sell in BPM and who do you keep? Either everyone, or sell everyone, or do half and half. It's really up to you. What is your goal, I guess? Work back from that way. How you finding a grind? This is literally, I think, the best menu grind we've had. this early in a game. It's truly crazy. I don't know how else to put it. One more Serie A. Who's from the same club? These two again. There we go. My goal is to do League SBCs. So if you want to do the mix, I'd watch our mix video where we show you how you can get everything for cheaper than the buy nows. To make coins as a trading tip, a bid, a snipe, a club stock. If you want to do BPM after that or before that, you can, or with that. All those options are available through our BPM and video on that. If you want to save one league and sell the other, I don't know if the Saudi League or Romanian League's worth a little more or they sell quicker. Let's say the Romanian League sells quicker. If you want to sell every Romanian bronze but keep the Saudi ones, do that. And then spam bronze upgrades. And then with the bronze upgrades, obviously keep both of them because they're untradeable. Is the special card method worth doing still? It's worth it all year. Absolutely. Now's probably the best time to pick up a ton of the out-of-pack ones because there's way less eyes on it. Chuck Perisic in. That. I think this should get us 74. Yep. Perfect. What's the special card method? Our trading playlist in the description, brother. We have a full video on special card method if you guys haven't seen it before. Not from BPM. I'm keeping everything except the Libin Sud. 60 rating. I'm telling you, if you guys get in the habit, I'm going to put you on game. Whether it's BPM or whether it's bidding. Whether it's League SBC pack pulls or both or all three. Get in the habit of looking at the price of the Libin Suds earlier in the day. I'm talking like 4 or 5 hours before new content versus like 4 to 5 hours after new content. You'll notice most days there's a huge fluctuation in price. And you can make an insane amount of coins off that fluctuation. Whether that's holding the ones you get earlier in the day and selling later. Or whether it's spamming BPM later in the evening and selling those in the evening. And then starting earlier in the day. Like, you can do it whatever way you want, but there's a ton there. Alright, I like how we're getting all these dupes now tradable. Sadly, these have like no value. Can you look for filters for specials, please? No, we're doing League SBCs right now, brother. If you have to put in the filter in our video, then, and look yourself. Why can't you look yourself? I have full confidence you're able to put in special cards and look at what the cheapest are going for. Or put in each of these special cards by each promo type. I have full confidence in your ability. Unless you're not on the game right now. If you're not on the game right now, that makes more sense. But once again, you are dramatically overthinking everything, brother. Just grind. Alright, got a goalkeeper. Right mid. Cool. Were you putting higher fodder at the moment? I'm just kind of keeping it at the moment. I literally am just getting back from being gone all weekend. I just got off a long work day. Mentally, I am in League SBCs, getting back in the menu grind. I have zero idea what new stuff came out outside of the 79 double re-release. Which, by the way, when are we going to get a player pick, man? I'll eventually find something to put fodder into. I heard, did like a new hero thing come out? Maybe we'll do a hero thing. Right now we're just chilling. Alright, we're gonna chuck the MLS one up. We'll use him again. This pisses me off, man. Wish those had a little bit more value. Found the silver lib stud common fluctuates more than the rares. Have you seen that? What was the fluctuation looking like on the commons? I club stock all of them, but when I'm mainly using dupes, I focus more on the rares. So when is it better to buy and sell? What in particular? If you're talking lib and suds, usually buy them like 4 to 5 hours before new content and sell right around now. 4 to 5 hours after new content usually works the best day to day. Each day could be different. Some days they might not go back down and stay up. Others they might be down for a while. Really depends on supply as well. Striker, center mid, center back, goalie. I think maybe because the first mixed League SBC gives 6 silver rares. Maybe. I'll chuck those back in the club. Go back to here. See what we got untradeable first. Pierre Aqua. If you know, you know. Absolute baller. Sunderland, one-game legend. All right, striker Cam, right mid, center mid, CDM. You think you can grind the League SBCs without losing coins or trading? That's a incorrect way to look at it. I get what you're going for, but I would frame it in a different way. You don't have to sit there and constantly trade on the side to not lose coins from the League SBCs. If you did nothing but spam BPM and worked it all the way through, most people, if they're doing it into League SBCs, the marquee matchups, the other stuff, you're not noticing your coins really moving all too often, especially once you start loading up your club with everything and starting to get dupes. And the fluctuations with the Libin Suds earlier in the day versus later in the day, those two things alone, huge. But the little things add up over time. If you're trying to do these in bulk, which I'm trying to get all of you guys to do, the difference between making coins, losing coins, breaking even, are the little things. The bidding, the sniping, versus just buying them at what they're currently at. Right? So if you're sitting at Saudi and just saying, screw it, I'm going to fill these up in my club for $350 because I can't be bothered doing these for less on bid or snipe. If you're doing 5 to 10 runs a day, every single card you're paying 50 to 100 coins more. That's 1,000 plus coins on most squads. Each run through, you're spending probably 4 to 5K more than you would be otherwise. That's going to add up a lot over time. So, long story short, yes, but a lot of people want to take shortcuts. The more shortcuts you take, the harder it's going to be outside of outrageous pack pull. But I think a better way to word it would be this. I think most people in our community have the ability, week to week, to make hundreds of thousands of coins of just flipping and bidding. If most of us worked to 500K to a mil, and then did any sort of just club stocking on a consistent basis, you'd be able to do probably 25 to 50 runs a week and have more coins than you started with. Without too much effort outside of there. But it's all how you set it up and frame it. I don't think most people view it that way, though. Does that make sense? Or do you need me to explain that a little more? Again, all my methods, I'm trying to get you guys to think long term. I'm not telling you how much a single SBC is going to cost you. We go over the cost of a single SBC and how you can save coins on one. That's not ultimately the goal. What league should I keep from bronze pack, Romania or Saudi? You could choose whatever you want. I think some people are selling Romania and keeping Saudi. I'm personally club stocking everything, keeping everything, and flipping dupes. Because I'm going more long-term and more club stock. Another set, let's go. Another Liga Hyper Motion. Let's go. Alright, MLS Championship. Let's use untradables first. Dropped out, I was 17. getting into me. That's done again. Beautiful. Position for Mumbo to do live TikTok dances Sunderland win the league? I'll do a lot more than that if Sunderland win the league. Don't you worry. Like, just from this alone, I hope this makes sense to you guys. We just opened a single pack from the League SBCs. 2 Romanian cards back. A Bundesliga, French second division, and some extra gold rares that we can put in the 79 double, and some off-league cards that we can put into bronze upgrades and silver upgrades. So less cards I need for the next run. Hey, what's up, buddy? How we doing, man? Tradables there. That might have been the worst group of positions I've ever used. Look at all the goalkeepers. What would you actually do if they actually won the league? I have no idea, to be honest. It'd be something crazy though. I can't wrap my head around the concept of them not getting relegated. So them winning the league is on a whole nother planet. I just do mixed league premium. And got Barcola 87. Nice. We just got Koundé out of a 79 double a little bit ago. Defender. Do you lib or sud from bronze pack? Yes. Both. Everything. I store everything. I sell everything. I buy everything. I use untradeable everything. Got check from the 88 Max icon. Are you happy with that? So you're going to be your new goalkeeper? Mira. Fire. another rare, don't we? Yeah. But how do you get a Libin stud for the SBC? I get them from bronze packs. I get them from bidding and flipping on a daily basis. That's making me hundreds of thousands of coins throughout the week on a low week. I'm getting them untradeable from bronze upgrades. I'm giving them every way imaginable. Again, I think almost every single person is sleeping on the fluctuations of the bronzes and silvers on a daily basis, and you're missing out on the easiest hundreds of thousands of coins. And that's probably low end. I think there's probably 15 to 30 people in our community that I wouldn't be surprised if they were netting $1 mil plus a week. Vieira. W. I don't know what's getting into me. Again. Run it back, Turbo. Let's do another premium. Run it back, Turbo. 3, 4. Can't put Ahmad in. Feels illegal. Does Lucas work? He does. Thank you, buddy. Is there another way to make coins while doing the League SBCs without doing the bidding or flipping? I mean, when you asked me to look up the filter for you, I gave you a filter live earlier and made coins on it in front of your eyes. Do you remember what that was? Yeah, but outside of bidding under the buy now and flipping the League SBC cards, you could do lib sud fluctuation. Like I just recommended as well. By lazy listing? How is me sniping League 2 cards lazy listing? That's the one we did, right? You wanted me to look up League 2 prices? I showed you how much they went for, and we sat on 200, and we sniped a few within seconds. A lot of 70 pluses popping up there. I go for 300 to 400. Question, CF2, this whole time you've been here, brother, can you let me know what you've done? Like, what have you done on the game since you've came in the stream a little less than an hour ago? I want a daily report. What have you done in the meantime? I want to see what your thought process is looking like. Dude, yeah, we haven't had bots in ages, man. Open bronze pack, then putting them into bronze upgrades. How many bronze packs, if you had to speculate, have you opened so far today? And how many bronze upgrades, if you had to speculate? Like 15K worth of bronze packs, so like 20 bronze packs in an hour? What are we doing, brother? Got a couple of sales back up to 60K. We'll have 300K by tomorrow night. Would be more if I didn't have a society night in college tomorrow. Have fun with that, bud. We'll check those in too. Alright, let's finish the live and set again. We should have enough untradables to do another one. Alright. Now, before we finish this, let's start looking at some of the tradables we have in our club. We'll start with Suit Americana. I mean, boys. easiest coins in the world. What are the libs looking like? $19. Holy slow pack opener, 15k of bronze packs an hour. I get that in a minute. Maybe even more. So I hope this like visual shows you the benefit of when you're doing BPM throughout the day and when you're flipping throughout the day. On when you notice something's drastically down or drastically up, being able to take advantage of that. So like if you're on tomorrow or today, depending on what time it is for you, on Tuesday, and let's say it's like 3-4 hours before new content, and you look at libs and you're like, whoa, the buy nows are 1.5 and I'm easily able to win these for 1.3 to 1.4. Stock them in your club. Because again, it's the easiest bet in the world. If you pick up a bunch for 1,300, 1,400 that are guaranteed coins in the minute, if they continue to go down, they drop to 1k and under, it is infinite coins from the premium mix. You can just spam those to endless degrees if they stay at that price. But if they go higher like they usually do, you are printing coins. Because remember, the jumbo gold gets you already so much back. If you're using a mix of tradables and untradables, that section is going to cost you like nothing. I want to know how much... Are people going to get desperate enough soon to go for the informs again? Thank you for the sub, buddy. See, these are already starting to push 20k. Or that one was. Unless I didn't look far enough. Maybe it's like 15. It's already like 15 on bid. I have so much 85 plus rated untradeable fodder and just know where to put it. Seriously thinking of doing a hero icon pack and try to pack Keen. Either one? Yeah, you could. That's a good problem to have. I don't know what's getting into me. Alright, we'll chuck the rest up for 1,800 for the lower ones. Get some quicker sales on that. Actually, let's leave half of transfer list because I want to do some BPM later. Sunday and Wonder tied in stoppage time. Till the end, baby. So how do you incorporate pale tools into the grind? Just doing bronze upgrades. Spam and BPM is my main way. We also have League SBC templates that we can use if you want to do them on there. But I prefer on stream to use console for League SBCs for aesthetic reasons. But yeah. Dude, I miss the days when all gold commons would go to like 450, 500 coins each week. With Monday repeatables. It's insane how bad my hero packs are. Best card is Character and submitted him right after. Dude, it's crazy how we're almost halfway through November already. It's going to be Team of the Year before we know it. Explain base hero pack. If it is a base hero, it can be packed. That's what the base hero pack is. You give us Monday repeatables for commons too, even if it's just a 75 plus PP for like 6 commons. Yeah. It seems like they're holding off for player picks. I wonder if the reason why they're doing that is they're trying to get people to not go unlimited unassigned anymore. Or severely limit it. I wonder if that's a reason. Don't I owe you an icon pack? Why? Not very cold of you? I didn't say I wasn't going to do it. I was asking why. Someone kept donating last stream and he left us without doing the icon pack? That is a straight up slanderous statement. We 100% did the icon pack. What are you talking about? We quite literally did it on stream. We stayed later to finish it up as my alarm was going off. What are you talking about? There's a literal video on the channel of us opening it in our live reaction. What do you mean? I missed it. Who was it? Sunderland Legend is who we got. Surely they could fix the glitch if they really want to limit people going unlimited unassigned. I don't think they know how to fix it. I think that's the issue. I think if they knew how to fix it, they would. And that's why. Did you guys see the guy who went unassigned on like 30,000 lib cards got his coins wiped completely? I know that happened a while ago, but I can't remember if we talked about it or not. Play CDM. Got a striker. Do another one for the content if you really did that one. I did that one. What do you mean? Walk out from the mixed. One rare. Electrum. Cold. Oh yeah. Good fodder. Dupe fodder as well. I still don't get it. What do you sell from the bronze packs from the League SBC? Okay, I'm going to pause the music. I'm going to explain this. We're going to go on a degen rant. So, if you got... I'm not referring to you, by the way, for this. I'm just laying everything out. So, if you guys haven't seen it, we have a video called How to Make Unlimited Mixed League Upgrades. There we lay the basics on how we're able to make, basically, as many runs as I ever want to for cheaper than the current buy nows. We show you filters for that. We show you how to get them for less. We show you how to club stock. We show you how many coins you can make in those, the tradable libs and suds. We show you how easy it is to rinse and repeat them as a step of a grind. We also have a how to make unlimited premium mixed league upgrades. That video, in a very different light, has basically everything ready to go besides the lib and suds. So what do people do to get the lib and suds? They do a lot of mixed. With the mix on tradables and tradables, you can put lib and suds into there. I say you can skip that step entirely and make hundreds of thousands of coins a day like I do and do as many runs of the premium as you want because of that if you do fluctuation trading, flipping, and investing with the lib and suds. So as I'm spamming BPM, we have bronze commons, bronze rares, silver commons, and silver rares for the lib and sud. Then on a daily basis, I try to get basically everything. For example, earlier today, I saw bronze common and bronze rares, lib and suds, were 1,500 coins and under by now. I said I have no doubt in my mind these will go up to close to 2K again in the evening. So I stored a crap ton in my club for 1,300 to 1,400. Spammed BPM while doing that, so we're getting a ton tradable from packs BPM, but we had infinitely more that we club stocked to sell at a premium this evening. If I want to use some of those in the SBC, I can, but mainly that's just a way of fluctuation trading off the already existing grind to keep that going. Same way with all these sections. I got everything under the buy now. Basically, I have enough to do 15 to 20 tradable runs of everything, just with the amount of tradable cards I got. But with the amount of untradable cards I got, I could probably do another 5 to 10 runs on top of that, just from spamming BPM, the pack pulls and that from the bronzes, all the dupes that we're selling for pure profit from every league imaginable, the amount of untradable silvers, and then the untradable gold commons that I haven't even opened yet because we're just sitting on those packs. So long story short, your question was what I'm selling, right? I still don't get what you sell from the bronze packs from the League SBC. I have enough coins where I take this long term. And by taking it long term, I don't have to sell anything. I can sell stuff, but I don't need to justify to you guys how I'm making coins when we're making so many coins already from each of these sections. So I could sit there and try to, per run, say, oh, okay, we're going to pick these up for under 50 coins less than this. See if we can get a tradable pack pull and sell it to try to break even in this SBC and keep going. That's going to be a very dumbed down way of doing it and not as good as my way, which I prefer: BPM, club stocking, flipping throughout the week, spamming degenerate amounts of bronze upgrades, spamming a degenerate amount of mixed League SBC into the premium mix. All of that combined together is just this never-ending League SBC in pack opening. Does that make sense? Then my dupe storage was almost 100 cards of just dupe League SBC cards as well that we're just consistently putting back in, and we keep getting more dupes. We keep getting more League SBCs back, tradable and untradeable. But all that is still way less money that it costs versus the amount of coins I'm making today from the Lib and Suds. Just the coins today that I'm making from the Lib and Suds is not only paid for every League SBC run I've done, it's paid for basically every card I've put in my club from BPM. And the amount of coins I've made from BPM flipping duplicates that I already had in my club has covered my BPM too. That's not even counting the amount of untradeable cards that we'll put into future League SBC runs that'll make us additional liquid coins. So at every level, we're benefiting. Been done any dailies in 5 days? I think I'm getting old, gang. You might. Might be, buddy. I think we're all getting old. The end of the day, will you sell the ones that are in your club? Again, this is where I'm going to differ from you guys. At the end of the day, I could, to prove to you guys, I could make even more coins. But for me, I think I would much rather sit here and keep them in the club and keep spamming them. Because for me, this whole grind gets even easier when I have stuff already in the club. So whether it's tradable or untradeable, if I have League SBC cards ready to go in there, maybe outside of the Lib and Sud, the Lib and Sud, I'll probably sell those tradable silvers. But outside of that, I only benefit by keeping them in my club and spamming BPM, spamming untradeable, spamming packs. The only time I'm left in the cold is if I'm completely empty in my club, which I don't think I'll ever run into. Now, in terms of like what damage I've done today already, if we look at my Saudi cards, I'm out of all my low-end Saudis. I'm starting to get to my mid-range bronzes. And we've been live for an hour and a half. But I'm currently at 0 risk of running out anytime soon. The other thing we're getting a little bit low on is untradeable Saudi cards as well for silvers. But if I switch that to tradable, we have some more there. Then if I switch that to Romania, we have all these still. The same, these dailies just look like a headache. Can't wait for the new Pale Tools. Does the logic of what I'm doing make sense? Like, I think the confusing part might be there's two different things happening. There's the grind I recommend for you guys to do, which is the videos, which show a fraction of my grind. But the grind that I'm doing is when you take all those to the extreme, what you're able to do. So you bid 150 on all those Saudi cards. I got most of those cards in my club for 150. Right now, you probably couldn't get them for any less than 250. If I sold that as an investment, I'd probably triple my coins, or at least double everything instantly, and get close to a 350, 400 sale on a lot of that. But again, I don't need to justify selling that to show that, hey, I picked them up before I left for the weekend when they were cheaper and sell them for profit. I'd much rather keep those in the club and continue spamming BPM as I get more to club stock and to flip for profit. What am I on right now? Serie B. So this one's drying up a little bit. Serie B, I would say I'm getting a little low on bronzes. But if we look at the silvers, I'm nowhere near running out of cards. So what will most likely happen is once we end the stream today and I keep spamming BPM off stream, we'll get a crap ton of bronzes back. And we won't have to go through all those silvers. We could if we wanted to, because all we need is the 62 rating. But it's there as an option. Basically, he's doing a degenerate version of the grind. Basically, I take everything I show you where it's like, look at the buy now, pick them up for less than the buy now. I do that, but instead of doing that with like 10 cards, I do it with like 300 cards for each of the sections. Then on top of that, I'm doing like 1 million plus coins worth of BPM. And my coin total is higher than it started with. If you look at our transfer profit, we went up like 250K since I left. Just on mainly spamming BPM off stream. So when you're out of Saudi cards, will you just do BPM to get them back? So I'll treat them like the Lib and Suds, where earlier in the day, if I notice they're cheaper than later in the day, I probably won't pick them up right now. I can spam BPM and club stock them right now. But what I'll probably do is look at their buy nows currently and the amount of open bids and say to myself, hey, is it worth the time right now to struggle to pick these up on bid? So I'll give you an example. If I go to Saudi League right now and I go to buy nows, are they still 300 instant? Nope, not instant anymore. 350. A lot of things will go by the end of the hour. Silvers for sure will sell quickly for that because people need that rating. But bronzes, most of them will sell by the end of the hour for that. So if I sat on, let's say 200 for a second, see if anything popped up in terms of snipes. I mean, I don't think I need to sell that for 400 to show you guys. It took a second for me to win a snipe for min price and already profit, or get another card for cheaper to do the SBC with. It's literally that easy. You can just do that with a bunch of different filters. You can do that with Romanians. Obviously, the more people get on these things, the more competition you're going to have. But the same logic applies. Every card here I'm winning, if you didn't want to do BPM and you just wanted to sit here and snipe, every card here is pure profit or saving you coins on the SBC. You could even sit on 250 if you wanted to. You do that for Romania as well. That's just one example of that. We didn't even look at bids. We'll look at bids in a second. Let's put those in. Let's look at more untradables from Hypermotion. We got a gold, actually. Gold is cold. Boom. So I got another one done. But again, the more cards you already have in your club, tradable and untradeable, the faster you get to the point of dupes. So when you guys ask the question, do I store or do I sell? And I say yes, both. Think of it like this. The more tradable and untradeable you already have in the club, the less BPM you have to spam on a daily basis to start getting dupes again. The more you club stock those items. So if you do a mix of those things together, it's like a cheat code. Maybe today I'm not feeling like flipping as much. Okay, I can just sit there and do 15 to 20 League SBC runs on Pale Tools if I want. As like a little bit of a shortcut. A good example of like great days to do that. Let's say a daily SBC came out where a bunch of silvers from off leagues are up crazy in price. I could do like 20 League SBC run-throughs, get a bunch of tradable silver packs, and probably have things that are way up then. Also, on top of that, since we've done so many runs already, we have so many tradable silvers in our club ready to go that we could sell at a huge premium for daily SBC. That's a whole nother part of the grind that I didn't even mention yet. Oh my gosh. So you know our silver common method, where we club stocked everything for 150 earlier in the game, and we were flipping those things for daily SBCs and throughout the week? There were times when the whole market was 300 plus and everything we were doubling, if not getting close to tripling our coins. Then you have like marquee matchups, really good SBCs where things would go to like 2K, 3K. Imagine that now, but with a tradable silver source where you're getting even higher end silvers. Like think of Black Friday-esque silvers. Like how often are you getting 74 rated top nation silver commons? Probably not that often. Those are the sort of things, and like some of those high-end rares, those meta silvers, tradable, that when there's silver tournaments go to like 5 to 8K. All that stuff is just an additional benefit of what's just chilling in our club. That we haven't even gotten a fraction of the profit from that we will. And like most things, if you take it SBC by SBC, there are a ton of people who are going to sell all that supply or quick sell it because they're trying to make their coins back on that first run rather than treat it like a long-term grind like you should. And you benefit way more from. Same with BPM. Long-term grind, baby. See it through. Gots to see it through, my boy. You keeping tradable gold rares or putting them in the pre-rolls or just discarding? If it's a tradable gold rare, I'm usually quick selling it like 99% of the time. If it's like a 82 and I'm quick selling it, but it's a La Liga card, I might keep it just to make the rating a little easier. It really depends. Alright. I said I was going to show you this. So let's show you this. Okay, so here's a perfect example. For 250 bids, we're like a half an hour out. Because now is like the worst time to do this. But if we change the filter, look at all the stuff that pops up. But if we did this earlier in the day, there'd be way more cards. Could probably win these easily for 200 as well. But so, me doing these 250 bids, there's a few different things happening with this. I'm not doing these 250 bids just for no reason. One of them is I want to get as many tradables back in my club so I can get to the dupes faster for BPM. But also, too, I'm guaranteed 50 to 100 coins profit on every single one of those cards. So to me, it's a no-brainer. I get cards in my club, and if I want to use them, it's already cheaper than the buy now, so we're saving coins there. The 350 by the end of the hour. We're saving 100 plus on each card. Yeah. So we'll see how many of these we actually win. Hopefully it's a decent amount. And logically, you could do that even up to 300 coins. If you wanted to do 300 bids and sell them for 350, 400, you'd probably be less likely to get them to sell for 400. Then you'd risk people bidding 300 and not to buy now at 350 by the end of the hour, potentially. But even if you were desperate, that's an option. I wonder if we could in plain sight this as well. Or try sniping again for 250 this time instead. But we're going to in plain sight at 300. So you could be watching Netflix on the side, streaming, reading chat. But again, the higher these are in price, the more justified you are in BPM. One, for the time saved, the quicker you can get the cards, just every aspect, BPM becomes infinitely clear in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not even joking. Like, we made the whole video saying don't think of it as just front end. Think of it as like the long-term grind, the whole part of it. But truly, we're making so many coins on the front end already from BPM. Back end's going to be even crazier. There's like no reason to not do BPM then. So we'll pop that up to 400. I'll just quickly pop these dupes for 300. I could list them for 350 and get them to sell by the end of the hour. But remember, I'm not trying to just make a crap ton of coins on these dupes. I'm just trying to get one of each in my club again. And we're back to it. Let me switch to BPM real quick. Just to show that off. Because I know some of you haven't seen the BPM video. I kind of want an idea of what this might look like. Because I know earlier we were poking fun at one of the guys in chat who said he opened 15 bronze packs in an hour. We were trolling him a little bit. Yeah, like Steven said, crazy coins in this. You know how we were talking about the live-in stud cards be pushing 2K right now? Watch how quickly I'll pack live-in stud cards. Ready? Alright, we're going to hide these. Actually, let's open that up real quick. Cool. Alright, we'll hide those. Oh, I haven't done my daily previews. Company as a manager, Saudi League. Do you sell the dupes and use the players in the club? Yes. Usually. I can sell the players if I want to. Look at that. Saudi League, or not Saudi League. Romanian League instantly. If you get like a Romanian League or Saudi League in these, in your quick sell it, it's like the coin's back in the pack. Saudi League. Like, it's just too easy, man. American Manager. Hypermotion Player, who's a rare as well. 500 Manager, hopefully. If not, we'll lower her. Again, Hyper. Oh, no, that's La Liga. We'll quick sell the La Liga. It'll take a while to sell. Saudi League Player. Quick sell value. Bronze pack, Saudi League, Sunderland player, Prem player. MLS players, League One player. It's too easy. Lid player. Or is that side? I didn't see it fast enough. League 2 dupe. MLS dupe. Go. We can start doing some SPCs as well. 2 bronze upgrader 2. 1. 2. Okay, don't have enough for 3 yet. How about silver upgrades? Because we're getting a bunch of silvers untradeable today that are in off leagues. So look how many gold commons that we're not even needing right now on the grind. We don't really need these cards in the slightest yet. We're just able to make additional packs and chill with them. So I have 6 prime gold player packs already, 17 small rare gold packs, 12 daily 11 gold player packs, starting to build up 40 gold common 3 times player packs. I'll probably hold those for now, just for something comes out. I don't know, like a, I don't know. If we get like a player pick with gold commons, that'd be sick. Just be able to make a bunch of those quickly. Look at that. 2 Eredivisie cards. Serie B. When bidding in bronze packs, do you sell the dupes and use players in the club when bidding in bronze? Yes. We do both the things at the same time. Like the method we mentioned in the Mixed League video. Is you benefit most when you do both at the same time. So if I'm making coins on the bids and I'm making coins on the BPM, both right now on the front side and the back side, you don't see it, but the value we're building up while the coins are staying roughly the same as we're waiting for stuff to sell, backside it just becomes ridiculous. Because if we look at Club Analyzer still, how many Libin studs do I still have to sell? We're out of untradeable bronzes. So the ones we have left are all tradable. Look at how many players we still have in our club. Was that 4K plus? Close to it. I have 101 and 35. So 135. Let's say we sell those for 1,800 instead of 1,900 or 2K. I have another 230K. That on top of the additional informs I've put in my club. That on top of the additional special cards I've put in my club. We're up to 3 mil just from the new informs and special cards I put in my club. So we're up over 500K this week alone. Low end. But if we started selling off all my informs, we're basically right around the corner from 5 mil. So we're in a really healthy spot. I mean, look at that back, dude. Please, what's the key to submit SBC and Pale Tools? You might not have one set up. For me, I have S as my submit. But look at this. Still, with the amount of Saudi League cards we've already used, we did just a little bidding. We're still getting so many dupes. Another lib card. Super League card. So I can just sit there and do that nonstop. We'll do one more run. I don't think I put in a second rare. CDM, BPM, boom. I don't know what's getting into me. It's not enough rating still. We'll overkill that a little bit with the rares. Here we go. Another run done. More League SBC cards back. Sula. Get like probably 300 from. Small Prime Silver Players pack. What's the method this year? What do you mean? For what? League SBCs? All 3 videos in the description. Premium Mixed Grind, Mixed League Grind, and BPM. All 3 of those together, we have, not to toot my own horn, but probably my greatest League SBC grind yet from all the years we've been doing League SBCs. This is crazy. I like it better than last year's. It rivals probably the year where we did just lib flipping into the lib League SBC, and I think, was that 22? Well, this is giving us so many resources, man. I don't know how many I do a day, but to give you an idea, this number was like 800, I think, before we left for the weekend. And we're up to almost 1,500 for bronze upgrades. Whenever bronze rares do we land on for a realistic to sell when the Icon SBC comes out? I think we said we could probably sell... Out of the 1,500 bronze rares, a lot of them are going to be League SBCs. We'd probably get at least 400 sales. I've been building up to 1,200 to 1,500, and then whenever I get in that range, I bronze upgrade down to get additional bronze upgrades and not have to constantly quick sell bronze rares. So I would say probably before new content each day, you should be at 1,000 minimum bronze rares. And then after new content, if you want to go back down, you can. Alright, can we do a premium mix on here? I don't know what's getting into me. Players from one club. Who is the imposter among us? You are, sir. Take that. Grind is much harder when you save the best 2 packs for Team of the Year. So, again, imagine how much easier this grind would be if I wasn't saving basically 3 packs every run of those 2 League SBCs. We're nerfing ourselves, and it's still a crazy grind. players from same club. I see 2 NECs. See 2 Utherix. There we go. Striker. Goalie left wing. Go. So, I haven't even looked at much gold live in suds recently. That could probably be another good daily thing too to make coins on. We just got 3 sud cards, live in sud cards in that pack. W. Store that. Small prime. Basically all dupes. Okay. Can I pull any dupes from the dupe storage? Pull 1 there. I'm saving the... I worded that. It sounded weird the way I worded that. I'm saving the final one in the mix, and I'm saving the final one in the Prem La Liga pack as well for the premium. So I'm saving 3 packs out of those 2 League SBCs. So every time I run through both of those, there's 3 packs being saved. But it sounded like I was talking about 1 SBC. I'm talking about both of them. My bad. $1,800 coins on that flip. W. But like, this is the sort of thing I do in the evening, right? So when I'm off stream and I'm getting cardio, I'm doing this on my phone and getting steps. If I'm on my computer, I'm watching Netflix or watching another stream. I'm very quickly just spamming through these. And we haven't even been on here for too long. What would you say, like 15-ish minutes? And I did a mix run, a premium run. We've gone probably like 20 plus live-in suds. We're flipping so many cards. We're starting to do bronze upgrades, silver upgrades. It's just beautiful, man. But the way I'm going to do this for streams to make it easier for everyone and the most enjoyable, I'm going to save a lot of this BPM and a lot of this pack spamming and like club stocking to be off-stream things, so that when we're on stream, the main focus is really just spamming as many League SBCs as humanly possible, and then rebuilding after. But again, you see here, the quick sell value in getting like a Saudi League card or the Romanian League already is paying for most of the pack, plus the other League SBC cards, plus the untradeable bronze upgrades into tradable and untradeable packs. Here, 100K put into League SGs. I'm making over 1 mil worth of packs, but I'm too lazy to make back the coins. One day I'll be forced to when I go to 0. 1 mil worth to save for Team of the Year. But like, that's another thing too, is like, we got to consider, is we're just talking mainly about strictly coins. If we talked about things from the perspective of the amount of value we're adding to our club, imagine when we're spamming through thousands of gold rares that we're getting untradeable into our club, and we're doing unlimited league-specific packs, and the same people in chat right now who don't want a menu grind are going to be coming to the streams then and being like, yo, Mumbo, how are you able to do that? Dude, it's like a liver sud every other pack now, man. Oh, what? No shot he's over 1,000 coins. If that goes, I'll be very surprised. Unless he's like for a striker Evo or something. Look, another sud. And like, the drop rate is like these are back down to like 200 coins. Which is wild to me. Alright, let's open some... the 8 silver upgrades we have. Championship. League 1. League 2. Do you only use untradeable lib and suds? I try to, yeah. I can't... technically, I could use every single one of those tradables, and I'd still be in profit, but I'd prefer to just make strict coins off those and spam mixed even harder. I think that's going to be my thing I really want to focus on, because like here's my logic with that. If you're me, right, and we're trying to make content for you guys, packs are packs. We're already saving the final pack of both League SBCs and then the Prem La Liga one. It would make sense if there's 6 rares in the final pack of the mix, and there's 6 rares in both the Prem La Liga and the final pack in the premium mix. We just get as many of those packs as we can. What way is going to get us that 6 rare faster? Probably doing infinitely more mix than the premium. Doesn't mean I can't do the premium, or doesn't mean it's not worth it. I can. I think logically, using those liquid coins we get on a daily basis, imagine if we start going like 20 to 25 runs a day and just start spamming it crazy like that. We'll get to a point where it might be unbearable. Not gonna lie. Jurgen started to use AI tools to autocomplete the SBC for you. I'm using one. I don't know what would risk me getting banned outside of the basic Pale Tool stuff. So I'm very hesitant to do that as a content creator. If you're not a content creator, maybe there's things that are worth it to you to save you time. I don't know. I'm just very hesitant on trying new features. So when you say rebuilding the club, you're just going off stream, spam BPM, and keeping all the non-dupes. So finding the buy nows of the mixed league cards, Saudi League, Super League, mass bidding under the buy now for things I don't have, storing them in the club for cheaper than the buy nows. Any dupes we sell for pure profit, spammed in BPM. Since we're club stocking with bids at the same time, we're getting dupes faster, so we're selling cards faster in BPM as well. We're also spamming upgrades like crazy, the bronze upgrade, silver upgrades, so we're constantly building other packs too. But the thing I want to keep an eye on, especially when I'm doing BPM off stream, I want to pay attention to this. I want to see if I get under 7 mil again. Because if I'm not flipping any more lib and suds in my club currently at the moment, I'm just going strictly off of spamming BPM and the things I'm packing that are mainly dupes, this number, theoretically, with the amount we're spamming, should get under 7 mil again. The fact that it's not is showing me what I assumed to be the case was the amount of Saudi League Romanian cards we have. We get one of those in quick sell and we're basically break even on the pack. Like, it's like every pack, dude. Everything else is just bonus. So it's like the bonus libs in there. The bonus League 1, MLSs, Championship. All this is just pure profit on top of the bronze upgrades. Yeah, so every time you open a pack, so if I open a 750 coin bronze pack, my transfer profit goes down 750 coins. And then if I sell items in here, it'll go back up for the item sale. Look at that, Saudi League and Romanian League. Oh? Careful with things like this. He is not 200 coins. That's an insta-sell. So maybe they're getting flooded on the market right now. I might actually look at snipes and bids again. Saudi League. Yeah, it's glitching on here again now. Yeah, it's going to be glitched. I'll have to go back on console. Dropped out, I was 17. Alright, those selling? Okay, before I put any more Saudi cards up there, I should probably sell off the rest of my living suds. The only issue is, I probably should have sold like an hour ago. Because now we're getting later into the evening, where a lot of UK people are going to bed, so the people we're selling to are also going to bed. So I might drop those to 1800 and just sell whatever the rest we have in our club are going for. I had no idea that's how transfer profit worked. So if I'm right, you just bid on mixed cards, store them all in the club and live in Sud, but also got a flip for you. But those you gonna flip, or you just also flip the mixed cards or keep them. So mixed league, every section, mass bid under the buy now, store in club, flip the rest for pure profit. Doesn't matter if it's 50 coins profit, 100 coins profit, I'm flipping the rest for pure profit. Same time, spamming BPM, club stocking Libin suds earlier in the day. For example, today I was picking them up for 1300, 1400. Now they're going for 1800 to 2K, depending on the card. Selling those off in the evening for pure profit, just on that fluctuation because we were paying attention. Also spamming BPM in the evening as well. Spamming BPM throughout the day, but in the evening when those Libin sud cards are already up, selling at an even more of a premium than if we did it earlier in the day. Constantly getting League SBC cards that are dupes now because we get almost everything in the club tradable and untradeable. Selling those dupes on for profit. And just rinsing that back and forth nonstop. Do you manage to transfer this? Mine is always full of the bronze MLS players that don't sell for 200. So what I do is I have waves. I have the first two sections that sell without a doubt. The Saudi Romanian and the Serie B Bundesliga 2. For the MLS and the Championship, those bronzes are never guaranteed to sell. If you can get any to sell, that's a blessing. So what I'll usually do is throughout the course of like all the Saudis and other stuff selling, I'll list a bunch of those in bulk. So if I have out of Libin suds for the day, and I have room on my transfers, I'll list a bunch of those if I'm going to bed. Keep relisting those. But eventually, if you're not getting the sale and you already have one in your club, I would just quick sell those, get them off the transfer list, and put the stuff on that's really going to make you coins. I got Libin sud for 1.8, sold for 2K. Nice. You made like 100 coins. W. Before content, there's a lot more supply in terms of people on the market, people grinding, and the cards aren't as high as they usually are in the evening. Again, each day it might be a little different, but on average, I usually pick up Libin suds 4 to 5 hours before new content and sell them 3 to 5 hours after new content. And we're now 6 hours after new content, so it's going to be a little different now. Yeah, these are even down to 1700 now for the suds. So I'm complaining about 400 coins a card. I might just honestly keep those for tomorrow. That's another untradeable card. I packed another untradeable. Nice. What do you do with the mixed cards in the club you bid on? Either use them in the SBC, lazy list them, or keep them there. They're a placeholder to get me dupes faster and be club stocked if things would go crazy in price. But again, it helps you on several fronts. If you do that on a daily basis, let's say those Saudi League cards crash in price. Oh no, I just put 100 in my club for 250 and now they're not even selling for 200 by now. Okay, that SBC section becomes less than half the price you can do for insanely cheap. Now you can just buy them for 150 bid nonstop and do the League SBC infinite times. So like either way you look at it, and then you could do the same thing. They're now infinitely cheap. Let me club stock 150 each because all the dupes I have, if I can make a few runs to get some in my club, I can do those runs for super cheap. But if these go back up in price, it's now an investment. So like I'm cornering each aspect of the market. I got the trading tips, I got the investment side, I got the cheap, do it for cheap, do it for less than the buy now. Prices go up, I can sell for the investment, I can flip, I can lazy list. We're making coins in every market. Does that make sense? That kind of mindset at least. Hang on, transfer profit can't work like that because if it did, surely transfer profit would just equal liquid coins? No, because transfer profit doesn't take into account EA tax. That's why people who trade with icons and heroes, where they're making like a few thousand per card, they'll get like 50K plus transfer profit per card because it doesn't account EA tax. So look at my coins right now. I'll take a screenshot and I'll open a bronze pack. Something might have sold in the meantime, so. And the quick sell value, too. But before I even touch anything, we just made pure profit on that pack, by the way. Let's look at that. Look at this. So, yeah. Opening the pack puts you down in transfer profit. Selling the items puts you up. So the difference going to be is the little bit of coins you're losing in EA tax in terms of liquid coins, you're not seeing when it comes to the transfer profit. So in general, the transfer profit's going to look a little higher than your coins might. But again, in the long run, we're not even accounting the untradables that we're going to turn into liquid coins from tradable packs, which is going to net you a crap ton back too. Makes sense 100%. It's all making sense. And again, you don't even have to be a degenerate. I don't expect everyone to match my level of freak when it comes to the menus. All I say is break things down rather than a daily basis. If you can't do daily, do a weekly basis. So ask yourself the question, if you could do 5 League SBC runs a day, and you could do that for a week, but during the week you work and you don't have as much time, maybe on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, you start that process of building up these cards in your club with the bids, with the BPM, with the flipping for profit, the fluctuation of the lib and sud prices as a way to pay for these other sections. You do things like that throughout the week to then make it so when you get home, you have the cards ready to go. Maybe you have Pale Tools so you can put in the cards right away. You don't have to sit there and tinker with getting the chemistry and the exact amount of rating or whatever. Do those things to make it easy for you. So when you get home, you can benefit from the grind. Sorry, my voice just cut out. You can benefit from the other part of the grind, which is the pack spam into more packs. Maybe instead, behind the Excel spreadsheet, we could have the web app open. If your boss lets you, I guess. I don't know. Most of my BPM is done in the evening when we're off stream watching Netflix or I'm getting cardio in. Got one of each of the most common now. Probably could have gotten an open bid for 1025. I just wanted to chuck one in each in our club. Oh, there's one. Don't have him. Oh, come on. Let's go. W. Did I get to do it? I can't remember if I got to do it or not. Last 1 second, buddy. If you do 50% of Mumbo's League SBC grind, you'll be good. Yeah, if you're not saving packs, you have even more fodder you're getting. Even more SBCs you're building. More tradable packs in there. More crazy pack pulls. Makes sense, but for someone like me, roughly 100k liquid, would you recommend club stock in Saudi, Romanian, and Libya cards? I don't have enough coins. So, Steven, I'm going to call you out on this, buddy. What piece of advice have we offered today that could take that 100k to probably a million plus within the next week or so that you never have to worry about coins again and you can continue stocking whenever you please throughout the week? What is the thing still in the grind from previous years, earlier this year with the premium mix, that is the easiest coins in the world and will make the rest of your job even easier on yourself? Oh, I just missed that card. Whoopsie. Okay, he's still there. Connor, yes. Live and Sud method, brother. Daily fluctuations. Highly recommend it. If you haven't seen our Live and Sud video from the last time League SBCs are out, we'll give you an idea of how to do it. But we just talked about it for the last, hour. So you could rewind 2 minutes to when we talked about it 10 minutes ago. Focus on flipping and don't open the packs, but I'm a degenerate for that. You can still be a degenerate for packs. If you want to, just next time you notice bronze Libin Suds that you can pick up for 1,200 to 1,300, just do it while you're making packs. Yeah, or do both. Not get as many Libin Suds, but start club stocking a little bit. Use your daily untradables. build up some packs. Do some special card trading if you want. But yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, do me a favor, smack that like button, dudes. Subscribe if you're new. See if we can get to 10 likes, boys. If I do this grind, I can compete Player of the Month Mbappe before it expires. Anybody else might be able to. CF2, I'm not, no offense, brother, I'm not completely convinced you could complete a daily bronze upgrade at this point. You're taking things very slow. I think you have the basics down. You just need to trust yourself to do it and start doing it. But any SBC you want to do, if you don't know whether or not you're going to get the fodder in time, save the fodder in your dupe storage. And then if you feel like you got enough, or you're going at a rate where you could get it, or you have enough liquid coins where worst comes to worst, you could buy some fodder, go for it. But for probably 90% of the people, Mbappe's probably off the table just because not enough people grind enough. I'd say there's probably 10% of grinders that could do it for sure. Dang it, man. We missed the sell period. Are they 1,700 now? Okay, if we can get sales for 1,700, I'll take that. Otherwise, I'm leaving them in the club. I'm so mad I kept them, man. Mumbo firing shot. I'm doing something very strategic that I don't think he notices yet. I believe in him more than he believes in himself. I'm trying to light a fire under him to keep grinding. Sometimes that push looks a little different. Watched the video the other day. Never really traded. I'm decent enough at the game. I've never even had to. But with the dead rewards this year, decided I'll try to trade. So trying to understand it. Nice, man. Do you use rare bronze for upgrades, or is it better to save them until a spike due to some SBC? I save a majority of them for a spike. For like an icon player SBC, last year they got the 400 plus for a limited time. We like to be at 1,200 to 1,500 bronze rares in the club. That's including like league SBC ones in that total. For me, when that happens, my kind of go-to method is if I'm getting closer to 1,500 and we're far away from new content. So for example, let's say new content was earlier in the day. Nothing came out for that. I'm going to be grinding a ton. I'll usually bronze upgrade my way down if I'm close to 1,500 to get as low as I can in bronze rares along with the commons, and then work my way back up to 1,000 plus before new content the next day. So that I always have something there, but I'm never at 0. Does that make sense? So yes and no. I usually save them to make sure I have them. But depending on the situation, there are times where I say, okay, we're getting a bunch of dupes here. We're going to continue to be wasteful if we don't do something with them. Let's make like 100 more bronze upgrades. So we'll sell our ones we bought liquid. Keep the pack pulled ones for now. Hey, Mumba, how are you? I'm doing fantastic, brother. How are you doing today? What is the high period and low period for living suds? My rule of thumb is I usually check the market 4 to 5 hours before new content and get a majority of mine then. Then I usually sell 4 to 5 hours after new content, so I kind of miss the window. in terms of when I'd realistically want to sell. But each day is different. Just in general, that seems to be the best fluctuations. I might just keep the suds there, man. I want to have enough transferless space to do stuff. You are not the Sean Dyson's League SBC grinding? I don't have a specific number. I'll do whatever I enjoy and what we kind of get content out of. I want to pivot more this year than in previous years. So, like, for me, when I say that is I don't want to commit to, let's save 1,000 packs. Because then if I hit a point where I'm not getting it fast enough, I'm going to start on stream, like, really making them in a way that's a little different. People are going to see that difference and be like, what are you doing? This isn't the method you showed me. It's just going to be super confusing. So, we'll get hundreds. We'll end up with hundreds. But the exact amount I don't really care about. Kind of disappointed. 15 League SBC runs, 1 walkout, Lewandowski. Did you guys see the leak of the open world for FC 27? Kind of looking like my park. Literally just looks like Volta. I don't know what's getting into me. Alright, sorry. Good there. Can we clean up daily rare golds? Yeah, I usually use Pale Tools to open bronze packs. Just in terms of time, it seems like any time I'm not doing Pale Tools on bronze pack, or bronze packs on Pale Tools, is just wasting time. But I try to min-max everything, so like I'll combine it with stuff. So I'll get my steps in for the day. Like later tonight, I'm gonna take my pre-workout here in a few minutes. Then we're gonna go hit a workout. After my workout, I'll do cardio, and I'll probably put 500k worth of coins into bronze packs, but our coin total will look probably the same tomorrow. And you'll be like, Mumbo, did you end up doing that? I'll be like, yeah. Be like, how do you have those coins still? It's a mystery. But also too, another thing I want to clarify, because I think people get too into specifics on stuff, which there's nothing wrong with wanting like exact methods and things, but my whole channel is built in a way that no matter what level of a grind you want to do or you have knowledge of, get you to a better position than you initially were. And for some people, they've been here for years, they kind of know these methods year after year, they build on them, and they're really good at grinding the menu. Some people, this is their first time ever on it, so the way we have to describe things is like different tiers and levels. But my goal is to show people at no matter what amount of coins, what amount of market experience, you can start some sort of menu grind. Obviously, the more coins you have, the better. The more experience you have, the better. But also, too, we try to show you like how off of the stuff you're doing, you can make coins in ways that are not necessarily just the League SBC. So like we can justify this being part of the League SBC, obviously bidding for less. But if someone didn't care about League SBCs at all and just wanted a quick sniping filter, what a better way than to come in here and we just looked at how much Saudi League cards we're going for, how far out they are. There we just flipped one, 200 coins. We'll sell it for 350. Just made 150 coins within a second. You could do this for the other leagues. Just do things like that nonstop. That's crazy how long that one was actually sitting on the market for. It was like 10 seconds and no one bought it yet. Or no one bought that card when I got to it. Is club stocking worth it now? Club stocking is always worth it. Brady, what's up, buddy? But if you have 180k, what are you club stocking, I guess would be my question. If it's 11 suds, probably not. That's how I feel. I'm on 450k. I just don't know if I should dump 50k into bronze packs or what to do. So my thing I'm doing right now to do a little bit of everything, you'll notice that my coins are down a little bit. It's because we bought like 10 special cards. Some as an investment for later that are currently in packs at the cheapest they can be for buy nows. Then others we picked up that were out of packs at the cheapest price they could be buy nows. So we'll make, depending on the card, a few hundred to 1,000 plus coins. Constantly be doing that on the side. We'll be getting more informs. We'll do stuff like that while spamming BPM in bulk. We'll have moving pieces in different areas, which is nice. But yeah, like, I could go even harder than I am. I'm still slowing myself down when I probably shouldn't be. But it's just so hard to break that habit when it's taken so long to build up. Alright, I don't want to get too many of each. My goal should probably be to get one of each of those special cards. Because I don't want my full transfer list being the specials. Want to move in. I've been doing good, Bradley. How are you doing, buddy? I think if you use flip instead, you can make 150k a day easily. I agree. Connor, we just explained it earlier, brother. We were picking up bronze Libin suds for 1,200, 1,300, and 1,400 earlier today. And then they were all 1,800 to 2K like an hour ago. And that's usually like daily fluctuations like that happen quite often. So the more coins you have, the more you can pick up like that. And again, cheat code in terms of cost. If they get cheaper than that and you miss out a little bit in terms of the quote-unquote investment side of like you pick them up for, let's say, 1,400 and they get down to 1,000. Dang. You just lost coins on the investment. But now the premium mix is infinitely cheaper than it was before, and you could buy out mixed with the untradables and make pure profit in that section now because it's so cheap. And you could do that more. So then you're making more coins back from there, or you're doing more runs there, or getting more fodder. So it's like you benefit from each area. And two, then you can club stock even more when the prices are down there, and then when they inevitably go back up, you're making coins on those too. And if they keep dropping from that, if they go from 1,000 coins, your next investment, they go down to like 500 coins. At that point, it's just printing coins from the Lib and Sud, and the market won't be able to hold. Should I buy Lib bronzes now? Now is the worst time. My rule of thumb is buy them on bid, usually 4 to 5 hours before new content, and sell 4 to 5 hours after content. If you're looking for like the range, the best range on a day-to-day basis. I've always got 3 bronze Lib and Suds out of my daily premium. Nice. We had 3 Lib and Suds in a single bronze pack earlier today. Robbie! The game-tying goal against Arsenal. Cold. Shaqiri, man. Still a baller. Scadabo's streaming on Twitch. He's playing WoW. What a man. Excuse me. How much are Serie B cards right now? 250 on the flips. Bertie. Spit on 1.3 on a bunch of them. Hopefully I win a couple. How far out are they? Might be extremely difficult to do, brother. But good luck. Dude, the menus are so bad right now. Dude, this is like unplayable, man. I can't. 5 to 7 minutes out? Dang. Yeah, another reason why Pale Tools is so nice is like imagine every like 2 minutes having the menu just lag on you. Might go and try to outbid him. Do it. Do it. I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? Oh, I'm gonna take my pre-workout. So we'll chill for another like 10 to 15 minutes with you guys. How many of you in chat say yes or no if you're playing Call of Duty this week? Are you getting Black Ops 7 on Thursday, Friday? BRB. Ooh. Nice little crack. Hopefully the menus say like this, I'll definitely win them. Nope. Do it, Steven. You have? If you have ball? Pre-workout for League SBCs, I'm learning something every day. I'm going to go work out. The second this hits me, I'm going to end the stream to work out. But I guess the initial buzz will help us for League SBCs. You know, there's a single card type right now, and I wonder if people have their eyes on. I'm curious. It's not as goated as it once was. Earlier in the day, for sure. In plain sight. Not hidden exactly the same, man. Boom, 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 boom. So, pop it down. Quick sell that. Quick sell that. I shouldn't have bought more specials, man. What am I doing? Just won 3 at 1,300? Nice. I guess I should rephrase. There's nothing wrong with you making coins on them right now, if you can. What I would be hesitant about is how many are able to actually win in bulk. The reason we talked about earlier in the day is like, because when we're picking up the cards, they're very easy to flip. And they're very easy to win in bulk at those low prices. So the amount of time you have to put into it is very little. Versus like right now. The amount of people that might be on it. You know what I mean? Do You just do cardio? No, I'm gonna do a pull day. Then I'll do cardio after. Did the grind change at all? Depends from when. Are you referring to? From the 3 videos this weekend? Not really. But if you are talking about before that, yes, the grind has changed. It's the 3 new videos on the channel. They're all in the description. We have the premium mix, the mix, and then BPM. You bidding on Rush now? I've never not bid on Rush. It's the step 1 of our method. Alright, I'll use some... I'll use some tradable suds. We'll finish this off and then go back to untradables tomorrow. Oh, such a joke, man. Yeah, as these prices slowly start dipping, there are little pockets now where you could snipe and bid, probably win. Like I said before, I would just be extremely careful with that. Because it's easier to sell as things are rising. It's harder to sell when things are dropping. Here's your star. Coventry's a gold stadium. That's weird. They never fill it. Just kidding, they do this year. Top of the league. How cool would it be if we had 3 brand new teams get relegated and 3 brand new teams get promoted? I feel like that would heal the sport. Alright, we got enough space for BPM later. Can we do... another premium run up into the lib sud section. Sexgo, doggy. I live my mama. Do 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 do. Don't think teams are brand new. A change of the usual promoted sides getting relegated straight back down is the correct way to word that. Dude, is Reed Boy grinding all the camos? Dang. No, it wouldn't be cool. Would have liked to see Sunderland straight back down. Wait, you don't think that's going to happen anymore? I thought they were supposed to get dead last. Dun, 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 dun. I'd say it's not possible. To be fair, you might get one season of fame in the Prem. Well, the real test of the model is succession planning. It's always been. Because Sunderland didn't build their team to get promoted. They built their team to not get relegated, if that makes sense. The way they built their team, they didn't expect to get promoted. It was nice, but it was this year it was supposed to happen. But you think you sell a few players, you have to replace the talent, or talent ages a little bit. Let's say Xhaka's not as good next season. Sunderland stays up. Eventually you have to replace him. It's those sort of things that can be a big difference maker. But I think in general, like, flexible in terms of the system. Regis signing a new deal as manager for longer is huge. Yeah. Getting more depth, for sure. Continue to build on that depth. By the 26-7 season, you'll be relegated. I'm just enjoying game by game, man. Like, I fully expected to get relegated. So every game's a blessing at this point. Dude, it deleted the team. Oh. This game is nutsacks, man. We're gonna end it there, boys. Do me a favor, if you guys could. I'm gonna try something real quick. Drop a like on this stream. Drop a sub. If you want to drop a Elite Army raid or go say hi real quick. My best friend's going to do a pack opening of his own on a board game. In like a half an hour. You don't have to stay and watch him, but if you want to go say hi for me, I know he'd appreciate it. I'd appreciate it. But yeah, let's see. We'll be back Tuesday. I'm trying. I don't have a video planned. We might go another day without a video. We'll see. We gotta discuss the road to glory. what makes sense for that, because like I'm just at this point not even caring too much about gameplay. So if we could maybe get back into gameplay and have like RTG or 2 a week. But I feel like most people have questions about the grind, want more videos on the grind. We could provide that too. Yeah, we'll be streaming every day this week. I think my football match Tuesday or Wednesday is oh. Maybe Wednesday we don't stream. What time does it say the game's at? It's not saying. Anyways, do Pale Tools video? Alright, we can make another Pale Tools video. Alright, God bless, guys. Have a good night.